episode 2 of the Straight Out the Sticks podcast. Well, easy here. I'm just laid back here chilling. I've been watching some things. I want to start off on this episode is I want to start off watching this little motivational video earlier with Steve Harvey on it. And I'm a big fan of Steve Harvey. I don't know if y'all are or not, but I think the guy's funny, but I think he's very wise as well. And he was talking about, he was like, if you don't get dirty in life, then you can never grow. And what he was talking about, and it just makes so much doggone sense. It's like, you know, and when he says dirty, it means making mistakes. It means, you know, being somebody that you probably shouldn't have been. I think we're all guilty of that in some form or fashion. You know, it's like, it's just like as a baby. If you don't fall down 100,000 times, you're never going to learn to walk. You learn to walk by falling down so many times and making the mistake of not putting the left foot in front of the right foot that you wouldn't even learn to walk. It's the same thing with talking. It's the same thing with your behaviors. It's the same thing on the trials and tribulations of life. And he was talking about, like, you know, even for a seed, for a tree to grow into a big, tall oak tree, just lay the seed on some concrete and see what happens. A seed isn't never going to grow. No, you got to plant that seed in the dirt. You got to get it dirty. You know, so guys, go Google it. Steve Harvey. Just type Steve Harvey dirty and just watch it. I'm not going to stay on that topic much longer on this video, but I was just totally unplanned part of this segment. But I was just watching this before I came here to do this, and wow, it was just really eye-opening. And it's like, so, but his main message was, you know, don't let people out in the world who dog you down because of the dirty things you've done in life, and don't let that affect you mentally, and stop your growth. You know, because here's the facts, like he said, to get where God wants you to go, to get to somewhere greater, you have to get dirty. Just like the seed for it to grow into a big oak tree has to get put in the dirt. You can't put the seed on concrete. It's never going to work. So, with that being said, let's move on to the next one. But make sure to look that up, y'all. Steve Harvey, dirty. So, to move on, I wanted to get on a subject today. I want to get away from most of the life stuff, you know what I mean? But you know, I want to do things in these videos to where it does interaction in the comments, because I want to hear y'all's feedback as well. So I'm going to start this off here. What was the craziest automobile that I've ever owned? And I'm going to have to say it's two of them. Two of them are the craziest automobiles I've ever owned. One was a diesel Chevette, like a 1983 Chevette diesel. I mean, that thing got 54 miles a gallon. But it was not a chick magnet at all. At all. No, not a chick magnet. Well, hell, I'm not even a chick magnet. But anyways, the car could have helped, but no, I had to have the Chevette. And what made it really bad was the Chevette painted flames on the side of it. That's right, a Chevette with flames. Guys, I'm telling you, in hindsight, I was probably laughed at like crazy every time I drove down the road in that Chevette with the flames on the side. You know, but the other craziest vehicle that I ever owned, when I was 18 years old, I bought a Geo Metro, brand new off the lot at 18 years old. It was a purple Geo Metro, like a, what was it, like a 1996 model or something like that. And me and my friends come up with a good idea, you know, this is back in the lowrider days, and come up with a good idea like, Let's take the springs out of it and lower it. Let's drop it to the ground and make it a lowrider. So that's what we did. We spent an afternoon, jacked that car up, and we took the springs out. And man, that led to like some of the craziest experiences I've ever had in a car. So I had 4 JBL 8-inch subwoofers in the back. I mean, it had some good bass. And every time you hit a bump, it was the roughest riding car you could imagine. I mean, I remember going around curves, and then a curve on the road would have a bump in it, and you could hear the car go as you go around the side of the road on the curve, and then you're kind of like doing a little poo-poo in your pants, because you're like, oh my God, we're about to right off the side of the road. That was crazy. Another crazy thing I remember with that car was how quickly I'd go through tires, man. Those little 12-inch tires, man, put a new tire on it, you get 3,000 miles out of a tire, because the way when you lower them, the wheels are supposed to be like this on a normal car, but when they took the springs out, the wheels actually rode the road like this. So only a little part of the tire touched the road, and that little part of the tire, I mean, it would eat the rubber off it all the way down to the metal bands, and you'd have to replace tires all the time. So that's my craziest experiences with cars. You know, I don't know how any of y'all can top that, but in the comments, I want to hear your craziest automobile you owned and what made it so crazy. You know, I want to make these entertaining, and I think it'll be fun to read other people's comments of what their craziest vehicles were. So write down there in the comments below, let us know the craziest car that you ever had and what made it crazy.
So, you know, the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is you know, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you would know that my car for the longest now has been giving me a lot of problems. Rough idling, you know, it was leaking a lot of water. I fixed that. I put the new thermostat and water pump in. But recently, it's still been rough idling, but it's been going tick, 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 you know, tick, 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 tick. No matter how fast I drive or slow, it just tick, 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 tick. I'm like, that ain't good. That ain't good. I've always heard that ticking sound going to lead to a blowed up motor. This ain't good. So anyways, I'm driving down to Walmart yesterday, and that ticking is just really prevalent, you know? I was like, I better stop. So I pulled over in this parking lot, and I checked my oil. I was like, maybe I'm low on oil or something, you know? And checked my oil, it was full, but when I put the dipstick back in, right by the dipstick, I saw this wire hanging off. Just broke. And then I get looking at the wire even more, and I'm like, okay, there's actually a clip that wire plugs into, and the clip part broke off something. So I'm looking under the motor. I can't find anywhere where this wire goes, but I kept looking and looking. I was determined, you know, because I don't want to hear no more tick, 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 tick in my motor, because tick, tick, tick means blowed motor, you know. So anyways, I was like, maybe that's my problem. So I get looking, and I found that this part goes in the side of the motor. Let me get it out here. And anyways, that part broke off right there. Right there. You see that? You know, and it was like permanently attached to it. It's like built in, that little clip thing, and then the wire plugs into the clip. So, no telling how long that's been off, but my car's been rough idling, and, you know, like sometimes I turn the car off for at least a year or two. Sometimes the car, even after you turn it off, will still be like, you know, just, you can tell it's like a timing issue. So, I drove right down to Advanced Auto, went in there, I was like, hey, can you guys tell me what the name of this part is? Because this actually goes in like the side of the motor, and there's two of them. I guess because I have dual cams on my motor. And the guy's like, yeah. So they looked it up on the computer, $44. I was like, I'll pay for it, let's get this done. And they're like, well, we'll have to order it. It'll be there tomorrow at 3 p.m. So, anyways, I went back in there today. My part showed up. It was the easiest repair job ever. All I had to do was take these two screws out, and then it just pulled out. As you see, there's nothing to it. It's like just a piece of metal that goes inside your motor, you know, and it gets hit with oil. You know, it's still got the oil on it. And so I put it in, plugged it up, and then I went down the road to test it out. And I'm going to tell you what, my car's got a little bit of G-forces now when I take off. I'm tired. I can feel myself for the first time since I've owned this car. I could punch that gas and that thing just, I mean, not like a Corvette. It's a Chevy Cruze, guys. Come on. But for me, as a Chevy Cruze driver, oh, I ain't never felt that before in the Chevy Cruze before. Oh, yeah. And then the ticking's gone. No more ticking. Just full power now. Smooth running. No ticking. And that was all because I stopped to check my oil because of some ticking that I noticed that wire. And you know, it took me a little bit to find where that wire went and plugged into. You know, I was starting to think maybe this just doesn't plug into anything, but I knew it had to because the connector was broke on it. So I ended up finding it, fixed it, and my car's running like a dream, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. Like, wow, that was crazy. So anyways, on to the next thing. Now, tomorrow is laundry day for me. I'm not the type of individual that gets all excited about going to do laundry. I don't wake up, I'm not going to be waking up tomorrow going, hell yeah, today's laundry day. I find laundry days at the laundromat are very boring. But I want to share with you what I have found that I really like to do my laundry with. You know, the first thing is this Tide Simply All-in-One. It's really, God, it smells so good. I mean, I can just sit here and smell this all night. But I like it because it keeps the smell in your clothes, you know? I used to use that cheap-ass Gain, but, man, the fragrance never lasted. But this, that's really good right there. So, that's what I use to do my laundry with. But then, when I put the clothes in the dryer, I just go on the budget tip. Well, I mean, I bought the little bottle, so I guess that's budget tip. But that's the name brand. You know, it's good. I like it. But this is what I throw in the dryer, and these smell equally good, but I just went with the Great Value brand. I mean, I was like, they're fragrance sheets. Why spend an extra $2 for the name brand? I'm sure the fragrance is the same, because when you smelled the boxes, they smelled the same. So I was like, yeah, I'm just get the Great Value brand. You know, but, y'all smell that. Oh, it smells so good. So I'll throw about 5 or 6 of these in the dryer with my clothes. I don't use one. I found when you use one, you don't even smell it. But 5 or 6 is the way to go. So, you know. And then I want to share something else with y'all. I thought I brought it over, but I had set it right there. This is what I use in the house. It's called Wizard. Oh, it smells good, dude. Oh, but it's winter pine forest. It is, and it smells. It kind of smells like a pine forest. It really does. Y'all let me know in the comments what your favorite detergents are to use for laundry and dryer sheets and home fragrance. Mine is Tide, and I don't even know what fragrance this was. Well, it's just called Fresh. Just Fresh. Dryer sheets Fresh. And then you got the winter pine forest. But that smells, man, I'm gonna spray that again. Oh. It's just smelling like beauty up in here. Smelling good. So anyways. So with every episode of the podcast we do here with Straight Out Sticks, I'm always gonna, towards the end of the podcast, we're gonna show a music video that I've made and performed in. And the one we're gonna do tonight is "Life's So Cold." And I really love this song. It's an older song that I just a month ago did a music video to it finally, and I just love this song. I love the flow. I just love everything about it. You know, the storyline, the flow, the beat, and I love the video too as well. Just a simple song, simple video. So y'all check that out, and I'll come right back in with the closing message with y'all, okay? Don't go nowhere. I got a good closing message for you.
Out here and I live my life. Out here and it's just so cold. At times don't know where to go, but I know one day that'll work out right. Right now in the thunder and rain, and it's just a mixture of them both. No money just to fall back on, and it seems like every day the same damn song. Oh, I'm so tore up. I'm driving in my car in the fast lane. Gonna keep on going till I burst in flame. Feel like my just brains inflame. Throw them music, no tie in the air. Walk around like I don't care. Sitting on the bottom and I'm trying to come up, and I got my middle fingers and they climb up, as if I'm just a bird in the air. Fly around like I don't care. Glide away to outer space. Way up there, maybe find some peace. And I know that it's been a long day, and I know that it's been a long year in my life, and I've done a lot of things, and I found a lot of things that just don't work. Yeah, I'm human every day, I sin, but that it's just how I get better. Yeah, I've seen every type of weather, that's what just made me a go-go-getter. See, I don't know where I'm going, don't know where this road gon' go. Never throw that white flag just on down, I'll stay just on this road. Out here and I live my life, out here and it's just so cold. At times don't know where to go, but I know one day that'll work out right. Right now in the thunder and rain, and it's just a mixture of them both. No money just to fall back on, and it seems like every day the same damn song. Out here and I live my life, out here and it's just so cold. At times don't know where to go, but I know one day that'll work out right. Right now in the thunder and rain, and it's just a mixture of them both. No money just to fall back on, and it seems like every day the same damn song. Now I'm sitting right here and I'm all alone. Yeah, I'm off in the zone and I'm all alone. Yeah, I've been disowned by my family. No money in the bank that define me. Don't matter what I think, don't matter what I do. Everybody wanna think just the same damn thing. Each the day gon' spend in the room. Yeah, these people look at me and they got no clue what I live every day. Yeah, I pray so hard and I feel like God don't answer me, but I'm gonna keep going, gonna stay in my lane, cause I know what I'm doing is the right damn thing. Even if the world don't acknowledge me, they just won't take my faith away. I'm gonna keep going till I'm 6 feet under, right here just in this grave. Out here and I live my life, out here and it's just so cold. At times don't know where to go, but I know one day that'll work out right. Right now in the thunder and rain, and it's just a mixture of them both. No money just to fall back on, and it seems like every day the same damn song. Out here and I live my life, out here and it's just so cold. At times don't know where to go, but I know one day that'll work out right. Right now in the thunder and rain, and it's just a mixture of them both. No money just to fall back on, and it seems like every day the same damn song.
So the closing message in this tonight is about what I was talking about in the beginning. Steve Harvey and Dirt. Guys, you guys have to go look that up and just watch it. It's a great motivational speech. You know, I find myself watching a lot of Steve Harvey's motivational stuff because it really helps me. But, you know, it's so true. And when he's talking about the dirt, he's talking about, you know, be it people hating on you, disrespecting you, negativity, drama, chaos. You know, you need all those things, all the mistakes you've made in your life. Some of us have been downright mean to people when we shouldn't have been. And, you know, that's part of the dirt. But the message there, and it made so much sense, guys, was without all the dirt in our lives, and if you're sitting there saying that you've never done dirt at some point in your life, then you're a straight liar. Every single person on earth has done some type of dirt and been something that they shouldn't have been, or done something they shouldn't have done. And, you know, and I find it funny in the world we live in how so many people will walk around like they're just these perfect people. And it's mind-boggling, actually. I mean, that's a new world we live in, you know. But, you know, the biggest message of that, from that Steve Harvey thing I took from it, was it's the very things in our life, our mistakes, the dirt, the negativity we've had to deal with, hate we've had to deal with, be it being mean to other people. Maybe some of us have been bullied, or some of us have been the bullies. You know, that's all dirt. And it's that dirt that creates you into the thing that you were always meant to be. Because if you didn't go through all that dirt and all that the mistakes and or people doing mistakes against you, then you wouldn't be the person you are today. So don't ever forget that, guys. Instead of going and hating on people that are hating on you, instead of going and kicking yourself in the ass for all the mistakes you've made, instead of even placing blame on other people, accept your mistakes, accept the hate people do, smile about it, and use it as a part of your growth. And you'll reach the destination that the good Lord wants you to be at. It's that simple. So anyways, guys, it's been great talking to you. I'll see you on episode 3, but make sure, you know, in the laundry detergents and the dryer sheets and the air fresheners and the car clips, to leave your comments in the comments below, because I'm curious to see what your favorite fragrances are for, you know, laundry detergent and dryer sheets and airspray. But I also want to know, about the craziest cars that you've ever owned and what made them so crazy. So, anyways, you guys have a good one. I'll see you next time. It's AZ, Straight Out the Sticks Podcast.